I want to make $1 million. I want to make $500,000. Concrete goal that meant something. It wasn't just abstract that we pulled out of the air. I don't think we've set any specific parameters on how to keep that. It's more of a, on the real estate buying side, we found a good amount of ad spend that will produce a certain amount of results for us. We know what that's going to entail. And then we're just very intentional on making sure that we're traveling, that we're doing things, that we're spending time with the kids. Sometimes it's those little things. Our son loves chess, and this isn't travel, but it's still time related. Our son loves chess, and he loves playing me at chess, even though he beats me almost every time. And I hadn't played with him for a few days. So yesterday I needed to do some work in the evening, but as soon as I got home, I was like, hey buddy, I need to do some work this evening. But before I do that, can I play chess with you? And his eyes just lit up. So being intentional with the time is, I think, really what our focus has been.
I think one thing you can do, which we're trying to get better at, is when something comes your way that you have to make a decision, like, do we do this or not do this, is does it fit in with my life vision or my goals? Like, does this add to what I'm trying to have in my life, or does this deter? And sometimes that takes weighing, like maybe the first 6 months is going to be a grind, but after that, it's giving you more freedom of time or something like that. And I think like adding staff, does this free up more time? Does this take away time? You just have to ask those questions of like, does this fit in with my goals? And if you're trying to build your business around lifestyle goals, if you keep those goals front and center and always go back to those to make your decisions, it's easier to do. So that's one thing it's hard to do, but I struggle with, but we've really focused on like, does this fit where we're trying to go? And I will say long term, we're doing better at it now, but we did have a written out goal when we very first started, and we stuck to that pretty well. We had a 10-year goal, and we're 90% of the way there, and we're 7-8 years in. So we have been very intentional with goals to build the lifestyle we want. And I think if you keep your goals front and center, that's easier to do.
Yeah, and kind of bouncing off that some, when we got into this journey, we looked at what we wanted our lifestyle to look like and how much money that was actually going to take. And then back into our goals from there, instead of just saying, I want to make $1 million, I want to make $500,000, whatever. It was an actual concrete goal that meant something. It wasn't just abstract that we pulled out of the air. And then I lost my train of thought.